Our sincerest appreciation to all of you for the time you have taken out of your very busy schedule to attend this important gathering of great minds aimed at finding homegrown solutions to respond to the unique problems our country is currently facing. True, journeys of 1,000 miles always start with single steps, but our reality is to take deliberate steps in an accelerated manner to realize the economic change we all so critically want to see and that is so critically needed. The significance of today's event cannot be overemphasized. It has created a platform where we could engage one another and exchange views pertinent to tackling Namibia's key socio-economic issues, especially in the wake of the economic downturn the country faced, as well as the recent unprecedented global experiences of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now that the COVID-19 infections, hospitalization, and death rates are declining in Namibia, despite the vaccine hesitancy, to us the time is most opportune to be proactive and strategize on the road ahead and fast-track our nation's economic recovery by all means possible and necessary, capitalizing on broad-based recovery incentives, low-hanging fruit, and also from winners already identified. The deliberations that took place here today have clearly demonstrated that in times like these where we currently are, there is great need for events of this nature that nurture cooperation, coordination, and common understanding amongst all stakeholders, so as to collectively and effectively tackle the challenges faced. Collective ownership of challenges plus collective ownership of solutions can only produce winning results for the greater good of Namibia and the people. It is certainly no coincidence that we handpick individuals such as yourself who are subject and industry experts to help us navigate the way forward and accelerate post-COVID-19 economic recovery. Your brilliant minds at display today and your brilliant contributions to platforms such as these hold the key in our most humble view to Namibia's economic recovery and growth. I would like to echo the words of our governor and the various speakers that spoke today, that indeed the most critical element that can be relied upon to help grow the Namibian economy is the collective effort from both the private and public sector stakeholders. It is the collective effort that will assist us as a nation to navigate our way to economic recovery through the various broad-based interventions, including stakeholder dialogue, to boost the needed investor confidence in order to attract both foreign as well as domestic investments to stimulate the growth needed. Having followed the deliberations here today, there is no doubt in my mind that all of us will join hands to do what is required to revive the Namibian economy, including availing our collective investments to the domestic market. We are doing this for Namibia, by Namibians. The important thing that I've noted sitting here today is that we have the potential to grow the economy. The solutions are right in front of us. We have what it takes. We heard that we have what it takes as a country. We do not need the criticism. We need the collective effort, the zeal not to give up, to say we are doing this for Namibia and the people. We need to do what is necessary, and we need to take what was deliberated here today and further work thereon to make sure that we, further reflecting on today's deliberation, the following highlights were key to us. Targeted investment promotion is one area that was repeated by most of our speakers today. It's true, and we all know that investment can stimulate a country's economic development and create a more conducive environment for companies, investors, small and medium enterprises to survive in this economy. Not only can investment add to investable resources and capital formation, but perhaps more important, it is also a means of allowing Namibia to capitalize on production, the importation of technology and active use of technology, skills, innovative capacity, and organizational and managerial practices that we can align ourselves to be among the globally recognized. We can also access international marketing networks if we capitalize on Namibia's digital capability. It is therefore important that as Namibia, we find a way that promotes investment into our country by all means necessary. However, we also need to ensure that this investment carries the desired return that Namibia is yearning for. Investment must be able to create much needed jobs. It must build desired infrastructure, such as technological infrastructure, and it must be able to better the lives of all Namibians. Other than that, why are we calling for the investment? Either from our local sources or from the foreigners that are willing to invest in our country. Therefore, the policies have to be clearly defined to facilitate this. Additionally, there should be accountability, not only for the local and foreign investors, but making sure government investment can be accounted for and the returns on those investments are created, are realized, and are there for the betterment of our country. The importance of small and medium enterprises, the informal economy, to the Namibian economy was also highlighted. We all know the very valuable role small and medium enterprises, as well as the informal economy, play in our bigger economic structure. Therefore, we must make sure that whatever we're going to realize as investment, we direct specific incentives to support the small and medium enterprises. And as far as the informal economy is concerned, that we create avenues to allow them to partake in and be absorbed by the formal economy. Just the fact that your business model is very easy, simplified, unregulated does not mean you don't have a place at the table. You surely have a place at the table, and you can assist in driving the impact we so critically need. Another important factor that came from today's deliberation is the required skill set needed to grow the Namibian economy. In order for the country to derive fully its economic benefits and potential, as far as the tertiary sector is concerned, which is a potential important driver of growth, we need to focus on our education and we need to upskill to capitalize on the long-term benefits that can be brought about by the tertiary industry. But the reality of the now is our unskilled labor workforce. So what should we do? We have clearly create an absorbent environment where our unskilled or grade 10 skilled employees can be taken up and absorbed into to allow them this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become an active member of our formal economy and contribute, be it through taxes, be it through just their purchasing power in assisting our secondary industries, etc. So we need to allow this to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my sincere hope that the deliberations that took place and will become actionable targets with measurable and tangible results. It should not just result in another talk, another idea sharing. We want to see clear, direct action from today's discussion. And we can do so by focusing on internally at all our respective mandates, how we can bring about those results. We need to pull together our areas of expertise, our spheres of influence, and provide all that is necessary to help our country's economy to grow and prosper. Let me therefore take this opportunity to respectfully acknowledge the invaluable contributions made by all of you in setting the course of discussions today. I would like to single out our speakers and panelists today, Dr. Ayambo, Professor Ricardo Hoffman, Mr. Solomon Hay, Mr. Roland Brown, as well as Mr. Sylvester Mbambo, and everyone that posed a question, be it on the virtual platform, be it at the meeting today. The deliberation today and the questions posed allowed us to reflect on our best to fast-track our national aspirations towards economic recovery. We would also like to thank the media, our most trusted partner, who always helps us to take the message out to Namibia. That all is not doom and gloom, there is hope, and that hope has been created here. And truly we will leave no stone unturned to realize what is realizable resulting from today's discussion. We trust that you will take this message to all corners of Namibia, and where questions are existing within the Namibian nation, please do not hesitate to reach out to Mr. Israel Demaruka and his team to assist us to answer that to you with the assistance of our stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, since its inception, the Bank of Namibia has delivered on its mandate of ensuring monetary and financial stability. This is a mandate we have no plans to waive on. We want to deliver all the time. I would like to reassure you that the bank will continue to deliver and to have conversations such as that witnessed today with all of you, relevant industry players, in pursuit of the attainment of economic recovery and prosperity for all Namibians. We thank our governor, the Bank of Namibia, for his unwavering commitment to ensure that the Bank of Namibia, as part of its mandate, plays a role in rallying stakeholders around the single goal of assisting the country's economic recovery. He always reminds us, never allow the train to leave the station and you are not on it. So he keeps us on our toes, and we will make sure that the discussions of today really does carry the fruit that we are yearning for. He believes that when all stakeholders fully comprehend the magnitude of the challenge we face and subordinate their sectoral interest to the national interest, our battle will be half won. What remains then is to help turn the tide by implementing key strategies and initiatives that will result in economic restoration and long-term growth. We acknowledge our government and the entire team at the Bank of Namibia that worked tirelessly to make this a reality. We also thank our government, our private sector stakeholders, members from civil society, as well as the nation at large that stands behind us to make this possible. In closing, allow me now, ladies and gentlemen, to extend on behalf of the Bank of Namibia our sincere gratitude to all of you for gracing us with your presence and for your invaluable contributions during the deliberations. We wish you a most productive afternoon and look forward to re-engage you at the first opportune time. We thank you very much.